Let's talk about why it sucks to be a dreamer. If you have ever had a dream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, they just do not happen overnight. If you're like myself and you have that desire, that pull on your heart, that purpose that cannot be replaced by doing anything other than pursuing this dream, you're gonna relate to this. Some people in life are gonna get lucky breaks. Some land jobs that they might not be qualified for. You can choose to waste your time and compare and be bitter, or you can choose to show up and keep putting in the work. Listen, you do not need me to tell you that life is not fair. Hard work does not equal success. Hard work does not equal opportunity. And the way I look at it, you got one or two options. You can either let life happen to you, sit back and live with regrets, or you can keep hustling. I started working when I was 15. I was a lifeguard. I would babysit. I was a waitress. I was a waitress at Chili's. I was a waitress at Golden Corral. Yes, that is a thing. You can be a waitress at a buffet. I worked retail. I did side gigs. I did every work study I could apply for. I would even pet sit. I did anything I could do to make income and finish putting myself through school. Then after graduating, I did not get a job in the sports industry. Instead, I got a job that allowed me enough income in order to start paying on my student loans. And on top of that, I did every unpaid sports internship and gig I could get my hands on in hopes that someone in the sports industry would hire me. After putting out over 100 applications, this was a full year after graduation, I finally got hired in the sports industry as a reporter and anchor in local TV. I barely made $30,000 a year. I remember donating plasma quite literally the maximum amount of times you could a week just to make ends meet. No, I'm not about to tell you that getting the next gig was super easy and everything started snowballing after that, because it did not. Although I got great experience, I really grew my craft and I started learning the ins and outs of the industry. It was hard landing the next gig. I actually ended up getting certified as a personal trainer so that I could coach PT on the side. I was a coach at Orange Theory, and I did it for many, many years in order to still afford pursuing this dream. No, ma'am, I did not want to wake up at 3:30 a.m. to coach at 5 a.m. and then go in and anchor and get off at 11:30 p.m. and then do it all again. But you got to do what you got to do. You cannot have an ego when you are working towards a dream. You cannot be too proud to work. Every side hustle, every night shift, every yes to the job that no one else wants to do. That is what's going to get you there. Someone is always going to have a leg up. Someone is always going to be behind. It is not glamorous, but you just have to go for it. Listen, I wouldn't change the grit of pursuing this dream for anything. And you got to keep the dream in motion. You got to keep relentlessly pursuing it. But that's what makes it ultimately so special to you. So I don't know if I made this video for me or for you, but if you need a reminder, stick with it.